It's good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you might be in time and space. Kinneas here. This is kind of a redo of episode number 399 earlier, or 399 part 2, or 399B, whatever you want to call it. This is not episode 300, because I'm going to be doing the exam again and a couple more Archer Midnight and Joby jobs, so it's better to just call it a redo of episode 399. I'll be starting at the top of the hour in just a few minutes. Stand by.
On my chest, Captain laughs and says, "Relax, this old bird's tougher than your ex." Hey, hey, hey. Runway heat waves blur my sight, sweaty palms on plastic light. Tower talking in my ear, every word tastes like fear. I'm Kinneas, the sky dude, learning how to fly. Trying not to die, dude. Somewhere in the clouds tonight. If I don't hit the wrong switch, if I ride out every glitch, maybe I'll be alright. Kinneas in the sky tonight. Sky. Hey. Oh, hey, oh. Stall alarm starts to complain. Too slow. Kid, pick a lane. Instructor sipping on his tea says, "You're fine, probably." Oh yeah! I overshoot the center line, heartbeat racing past the time, but when the wheels just kiss the ground, silence feels like the loudest sound. I'm Kinneas, the sky dude, learning how to fly, dude, trying not to die, dude. Somewhere in the clouds tonight. If I don't hit the wrong switch, if I ride out every glitch, maybe I'll be alright. Kinneas in the sky tonight. What if I breathe when the wind gets wild? What if the storm pulls down this child? And I remember every dive, every climb, every you got this in my mind. I'm Kinneas, the sky dude, learning how to fly, dude, trying not to die. Somewhere in the clouds tonight. If I don't hit the wrong switch, if I ride out every glitch, yeah, I'll be alright. Kinneas in the sky for life. Hey, hey, hey.
Hey. All right. Again, good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you might be in time and space. Kinneas here. It's nice to be back doing my SKYDUDE live stream. I had the best month this last month playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and Red Dead Redemption 2. And that's where I've been. And probably the best month or so of gaming I've ever had in my life. Well, fantastic. This is from earlier. This is my passive stuff. What I made today with my passive aircraft pilots and my insurance payouts. Okay. So this is not episode number 400. This is episode like 399 part 2 or 399B or redo of 399, in which I redo the exam for the power lift rating in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and then do a couple of jobs in both the Archer Midnight and the Joby S4. Now, what I'm a little bit upset about, and I discovered earlier, is you can't actually create an air taxi service yet. And it looks like you can only use the Archer and the Joby for flight sim, which is fine. But I was really hoping for being able to use the Archer and the Joby for VIP, for cargo, and even though it's not a lot of cargo, for cargo and emergency, and maybe we will later, and I'm sure in the future they probably will. Okay. Once you take an exam in Microsoft Flight Simulator, you can take it again for free. Normally you have to pay for them. You know, it's just credits. It's not real money. Not real money. And, but anyway, powered lift rating allows you to operate powered lift aircraft which take off and land vertically under engine power, but use a fixed wing for horizontal flight. These are truly amazing craft, folks. Truly. Okay. In the game, they cost about $1.5 million a piece. And I picked up a couple for the flight scene company that we have. Okay, so let's retake this exam. It's really easy. It's actually a cakewalk. You can fly the Archer and the Joby with one joystick or yoke or whatever you got. But if you want to do it the professional way and try to get a feel for what it's really like, you're going to need two joysticks. All right? So, and they call them LHI and RHI. The left-hand indicator or interceptor and the right-hand interceptor. Now, your left hand is controls everything to do with movement, your power, transitioning, and your right hand controls everything to do with flying. Okay. I got an A on the earlier exam. Wasn't perfect. And didn't do perfect on the jobs earlier. I mean, you can always make mistakes, and guaranteed I'm going to make a mistake. The only thing seriously lacking in both of these aircraft at the moment are a landing camera. Right? There's no undercarriage camera. And we can simulate that. I can set up a fixed camera. I can just go to external mode. That's kind of like cheating. But, and there's a little bit difference, and I'll show you the differences between the Archer and the Joby as we go. Anyway, it says, and now for something completely different. Truly. This new kind of certification will enable you to fly a selection of vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. Today's pick is the Archer Midnight eVTOL, a revolutionary multi-rotor electric aircraft with a set of rotating engine nacelles. This enables the Midnight to take off, hover, and land like a helicopter, and then transition to an aircraft mode for cruising. Technology which was once exclusively to military aircraft is now finally becoming accessible to the masses. It's a beautiful thing. So we're going to be doing this in Dubai and flying over to one of their towers over there. This does not look like me, but it was the least offensive avatar I could create. I really don't like their avatars at all. Or the choices. Okay. So we got to walk up to the thing and pull out the chocks. And then they've got this tab over here for your pitot cover. That's it. Let me open this up for you to see up here our mission steps. Press Shift C to enter the aircraft. Okay, so inside, first thing you're going to notice, it's not real complex. Compared to other aircraft, I mean, that's it. There's no extra buttons anywhere hidden. That's it. Right? Gone are the days of, oh, let's do like a 1,000-point checklist to get the thing started. Here, you just switch. Here's the switch. On, service mode, ground mode, and fly mode. Put it into fly mode. That's it. Wow.
Welcome. I will be overseeing your flight test today as we fly the Archer Midnight onto a simulated air taxi route towards the Burj Al Arab Hotel. The Midnight is an electric aircraft designed to take off and land vertically, transitioning into a more conventional airplane mode mid-flight. Don't worry too much about transitioning from hover to airplane mode. The nacelle tilt is managed automatically based on your speed. Once your speed exceeds 40 knots, The aircraft automatically transitions into airplane mode. When you slow down, it switches back to hover mode. Just focus on controlling your speed. You can start taxiing by gently pushing the LHI forward.
Okay, again, the LHI. Now, first of all, let me tell you, if you just load this thing up and you don't configure your joystick, it may or may not work. Okay? It really requires that you do take a little bit of time and read through the user's manual. Basically, you need to set your flaps, a button to your flaps, increase and flaps decrease. And that is going to be a button for, okay, down here on your controller. See this button right here? Accelerate and decelerate. So you're going to want to use your hat switch or a button to push up or down, to accelerate or decelerate. And it's tied to the flaps in this variant. Okay. So over here, your power lift is on by default, and then pitot heat over here. A couple of buttons we don't really need to mess with. Test electronics, standby, da 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 da. Yeah, it does have an autopilot, which we're not going to be using. So now I'll use it later in the job and show you how that works. You want to be even more precise. Okay. One other thing here, too, that you're going to want to be aware of is sim actions, this button right here. Okay. I like setting this thing to LHI assist off. Okay. If you play with this enough, you'll start understanding the differences between them. But I think for me, and the way this thing operates better for me in LHI assist off. Okay. All right. So let's press enter to announce our taxi.
Oscar Mike Delta Uniform Traffic. Archer November 149er Tree 5 is taxiing to runway 24. Oscar Mike Delta Uniform.
Okay. Press Control Spacebar to release the parking brake. I have a button for that. Okay. Stop before hold short line using da-da-da-da-da. All right. Again, the left stick is for basically throttle back and forth and transitioning. It's basically all about power control with your left. Everything about motion is your right. Okay. So all I'm doing is just pushing forward a bit and letting go. And so it gets up like 1 to 5 knots. Then rudder control with the right hand. Batman would love this thing. What's his name? Alfred, the butler, who assists Batman. He would love it even more. It's so easy. It's going to be perfect for Alfred and Batman to do reconnaissance at night. It's so quiet. I've got the engines up almost all the way so you can hear it. I'm sure it is more loud than this, but I can't get it to make more noise than this. The Joby is significantly louder. But in the real world, everybody says, man, the Joby is so quiet. So I just gently pull back on my left to come to a stop.
Oscar Mike Delta Uniform Traffic. Archer November 149er Tree 5. Taking off runway 24, straight out departure. Oscar Mike Delta Uniform.
Okay. We're clear, so just gently push forward on the left again and let go. Well, a little bit longer. Hold it for about 1 second forward. 2 seconds forward. If I just keep holding it, it might speed up a little too much. There we go. They're not 100%. They're like 99% safe to where you're not going to screw up or do anything wrong. But you can. You can hold your controller too far forward too long and speed up. And I mean, they're
runway. Pull back on the RH to lift off vertically.
okay. So now using my right hand stick, I'm like you said, I'm just going to gently pull back. Look at that, folks. And we're up.
Moving forward by gently pushing the LHI.
Now, I don't want to speed up just yet. I just want to show you I'm pulling back. And we're climbing. And we're climbing. And we're climbing. These, and let me take my hands off the controls, both controls for a moment. There, every helicopter in the world is weeping. I can't do that. You can't let go of the controls when you're flying in me. You will kill yourself. That alone right there, folks, that's worth millions and millions. That's priceless. In a helicopter, if you let go of the controls, you're just dead. Dead. All right, let's keep climbing up. I think they want 300 feet. Get back in the cockpit. There's 160 feet. $240. 300.
You may have noticed the LHI alone won't get you past 30 knots. Not enough to enter cruise mode. To boost speed, press the LHI thumbstick forward. This sets a higher target speed, and the aircraft will transition to cruise when we have around 40 knots.
Yeah. Okay. So there's actually there's two preset speeds. One is 96 knots, and the other is 117 knots. Okay. So when I press that button I talked about for accelerate and decelerate, when I press it one time forward, it's going to transition to the 96 knot mode. And then I can press it again to go 117 knots. But here's what he's talking about. As soon as it gets over 40 knots, it'll transition. So let me press the button right now. Okay.
Here we are, transitioning to the cruise mode now.
So from hover mode to full flight mode, we're at 70 knots. 330 feet. Let me lower a little bit. Oh, it says climb to 1,000 feet. So like with the normal aircraft, give a little bit of nose up, climbing anyway. But if you're going to climb in a turn. So 96 knots. 400 feet. $600 feet. I'm going to press that button again, and I'm going to transition to 117 knots. There's 1,000 feet. Let me lower back down. Okay, clicking the button. There. Look at our speed on the left-hand side, increasing to 117 knots. That's it. Nothing to it. Get back up to 1,000 feet. Tomorrow's Friday, and I'll be doing a group flight with Laserbolt Videos Group. If you're looking for a more mature crowd, I definitely recommend them. All right, I'm going to pull back on that button. We're going to transition back to 96 knots. They're going to ding me for not maintaining perfect 1,000 feet. You can use the autopilot, and you can dial in your exact altitude, your exact heading, speed, everything, and be perfectly precise.
approach the helipad, press back on the LHI, thumbstick to decelerate. The aircraft will enter hover mode once our speed drops below 30 knots.
Okay, so I can use that button or I can pull back on the joystick. So let me use the button. Now you'll see on the screen it's deceleration mode. So we'll be dropping about 40 to 50 knots. And if we look back outside, you'll see it transitioning.
Almost there. Perfect moment to practice hovering. Use the LHI for horizontal motion and the RHI to manage altitude and heading.
All right, so we're in a perfect hover. Just ease a little bit of power into it by pushing forward with the left, the LHI. 15 knots. 17 knots. Come up a tiny bit. The only thing missing desperately is a undercarriage camera and a rear view camera. And when we take off and land at Hawthorne, you'll understand the need for the rear view camera. So now I'm just gently pulling back on the stick to slow down. 12 knots. There's 7 knots. So five knots. Three knots. Dawn knots. 1 knot. And that's lovely for an approach. So basically in one of these, pretty much gone are the days of rolling death dice. If you've flown anything ever in your life, doesn't matter what you're flying, no matter what, every time you come in for a landing, you're rolling a death dice. Now, you might be proficient and you'll have big bonuses, pluses, but make no mistake about it, landing is very dangerous in aviation. And this just takes pretty much all of that away. No more rolling death dice. Should be in a perfect hover now. No momentum. It has soft assist landing built into it. You can't have a bad landing, a hard landing. It controls, once you're this close to a surface, it controls the touchdown. So, like a helicopter, you know, there's no assisted landing. And that's it, folks. That was it. That's our exam. And after this, I'm going to do...
Passed your powered lift rating with flying colors.
Yay.
Congratulations.
All right. So now that we've got the power lift rating, you can buy a couple of these for a flight sim at the moment. That's about all you can use them for. We're not able to create our own urban air mobility air taxi service at the moment, but that's fine. And what I'm going to do is do several jobs. I'm from a couple from Hawthorne and one from JFK. We're going to use the Archer and the Joby tonight. Okay. And show you the subtle differences. Like in that one right there, you saw that I used the button on the joystick to accelerate and decelerate. Joby handles that automatically. You don't have to press any buttons using the Joby. It's even more simple. Okay. So what you'll want to do is come over here, and under your missions, I would filter it out specifically for the aircraft model for the Archer Midnight. Put a check there. Okay, and that'll show you specifically all the jobs. We're at Hawthorne in LA. That is the company that, it's the airport that Archer bought. Or basically they have the lease for. Elon Musk and SpaceX is there for the moment, but Elon's leaving town. He's mad. He is fuming mad at the politicians there and taxes and everything else. So it's sad that he's leaving. But Archer's in the perfect spot to launch an air taxi service and try it all out. Okay. Let me zoom out a little bit and pick one of these. Helo discovery of Manhattan Village Field and around. Okay. Matt Booker, inspired by the scenic tour he saw on TV, decided to fulfill a long-held dream and treat himself to an unforgettable flight above Manhattan Beach. It's a popular tourist destination, so do your best. He'll be devastated if he doesn't get a perfect shot. So there's our route. To Manhattan Village, then to Valley Park, then to Perry Park, and then come back to Hawthorne. Okay. Okay, for fuel, managed aircraft. Fuel is stupid, absurdly expensive, as it is. It's coming down in the real world, but it's very expensive in the simulator as well. Look at this, though. To fill up our tank, our battery power all the way, like $36 last time. Yeah, $36. I cry every time I have to fill up a tank in this simulator. Not that it's real world money, but the goal is to make money. I want to give a big shout out to my buddy Hazardous, who's been creating music for my live stream. Songs about me and or just related songs. So while we're firing this thing up, it's not that it's going to take long. I'd like to play you another track from Hazardous. He's been using Suno AI to create these. And I would like to play you. If I can find it now. Oh my. Of course, Murphy's Law when you're trying to find something. Alright, let's get going.
Kinneas in the cockpit, boots on the floor, coffee in a thermos, one eye on the door. Says a quick prayer, laughs, let's roll. Sunrise paint and stripes across his soul. He's a sky dude, Kinneas, riding that blue. Got a good town grin and a high up view. Yeah, he jokes, hope I don't crash today. But he's built on faith and runways. SKYDUDE, Kinneas, chasing that climb, heart wide open, right on time. Every little bump just makes him laugh, 'cause he was born to take that path. Seat belt click and a thumb to the dash. Treat me right, baby, let's make it last. born to take that path. If the wind gets wild, he just leans back, humming that tune, keeping on track. Says every takeoff's just a new chance, friend, to kiss the clouds and land again.
She can get away from you.
SKYDUDE, Kinneas, riding that blue. Ooh, got a good town grin at a high.
Where do they want us?
Yeah, he jokes, hope I don't crash today. Oh, but he's built on faith and runaways. SKYDUDE, Kinneas, chasing that climb, heart wide open, right on time. Every little bump just makes him laugh, 'cause he was born to fly like that.
All right, so my sensitivities, I had to readjust my joystick, are absurdly, how do I put it, touchy. And so I need to do some more adjusting, because even just a feather-light touch, I was barely touching the joystick as I pushed forward, and we started taking off, and we literally took off. And we're just supposed to be taxiing at the moment. So let me push the left forward a little bit more and make our way towards the helipad. Now you can get going awful fast taxiing. You don't want to. They don't want you taxiing any faster than you can really walk, but just for demonstration purposes. Slow back down. In this flight, they actually have us taking off from a different helipad. Earlier, it was helipad 1, which is right over near that building, which can be problematic because it's really close to a building. So if you have any mishaps or come in for a landing, you can end up clipping your wing or your tail on one of the buildings over there. So I'm kind of glad they're starting us from a different helipad, but this one looks pretty close to the buildings too.
Hawthorne Tower, Kin Sierra Foxtrot Kilo 8714 ready at Helipad 1, west departure.
Kin Sierra Foxtrot Kilo 8714, altimeter 29902 west departure approved. Cleared for takeoff Helipad 1.
Altimeter 2992. That's fine. Fine. Okay.
Cleared for takeoff Helipad 1, Kin Sierra Foxtrot Kilo 8714.
Yeah, we're good.
Feeling a bit anxious, but there's no backing out now. I thought I would be more scared, but so far I'm okay.
Yeah.
Hey, can't believe we're flying.
Yeah. Believe it. And don't be worried. These are the safest aircraft in the skies right at the moment. Okay. So, they want us to climb to 350 feet. There's 220. You see the Tesla building down there? There's 350. All right. And now just Giving it a little bit of speed. Another thing too is when you push forward and you get the speed you want, like right now it says 32 knots. If I let go, it'll hold that speed. It'll hold 32 knots. Okay, let me push forward again. Come on, you. Don't embarrass me in front of the audience. Did I turn my LHI assist off or on again? Maybe the problem. Oh, it's off. All right. Flying to Manhattan Village. Your autopilot won't actually
Sierra Foxtrot Kilo 8714. Continue for west departure.
Thank you.
Hawthorne Tower, Kin Sierra Foxtrot Kilo 8714. Continue for west departure.
Okay.
I never imagined seeing something like this from the ground.
All right. Now, in the real world, unless they build in HUDs into the screens, you won't actually see the boxes in the air, of course. But again, the course is built in your autopilot. Autopilot won't engage until we make a transition, or doing usually like over 40 knots. Okay. We're gonna need to be about 600 feet. So let me come up a little bit more. There's 600 feet. Okay. So, there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can use your autopilot and set it to navigation, which will follow the GPS course. Or you can...
It's so quiet up here.
Right? Or you
So
can
peaceful.
use your heading setting. If you click it, it'll pick the heading you're currently flying. But let me put on nav mode and turn on the autopilot. Again, it'll kick in once we get going. Get us back on track here. And I'm going to use that switch on my hat to begin accelerating to... Well, actually I'm not. I was going to say, let me hit the hat switch and go to acceleration mode and go to 96 knots. But I only need to be over 40 to transition. So I'm just going to manually push the joystick forward and see if we can get ourselves over. Oh, it stopped. Okay, I will use the button then.
Your office view is pretty epic, Captain.
There, we're in acceleration mode. We're going to 96. It'll transition. And then I can slow us back down. Okay. Full speed. There's 96 knots. But I want to slow down. So let me get about 70 knots. As soon as you let go, as soon as you get the speed where you want it and let go, it locks it right there. Or you can also press a button, which will do on your joystick, which I've assigned to do a speed hold. So there's 68 knots.
I'm totally wow.
And let me turn on the autopilot now.
But wow.
And turn on nav. So let me make sure that's back on nav. FMS on. Okay, so now it's flying the path. If I set it to heading mode, and let me turn the heading over to the west and set heading mode.
Foxtrot Kilo 8714. Leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Check it off the list.
See how it'll turn and follow whatever heading I've got set. That's what it's doing now. Bring my heading back around. And put it back into nav mode so it goes back to the GPS course.
Kin Sierra Foxtrot Kilo 8714. Acknowledge last transmission.
All right, these flight sync tours.
Hawthorne Tower, Kin Sierra Foxtrot Kilo 8714, frequency change.
These flight sync tours want you to fly these patterns. Let me turn off the autopilot. Still trying to fly it. So I need to fly this pattern and fly a circle around this area that they want.
I didn't expect us to be flying this far. I'm missing a lot of the close-up.
All right, well, I'll get us down to height in a minute. I'm just showing people what this thing can do. We'll get into the pattern here in a moment. Which is about 600. Maintain an altitude of 600 feet, stay below 70 knots. Sorry, not making this look as professional as I can. But there we go. Much easier to do than in an aircraft by far. And so we just fly them around in a circle over the area that they want to see and take photos of.
I don't know where to look next.
All right. And then now they want us to fly to Valley Park. So I'm going to speed up, accelerate. There's 96 knots.
Do you see the roofs over here? Awesome.
All right, decelerating. $67 knots.
I've never seen anything like that.
All right. Now we need to fly to Perry Park. Accelerating to 96 knots. Decelerating. So, interestingly enough, FAA doesn't have any. There's nothing saying you can't have twist action in a joystick or a yoke in an aircraft. But most people don't choose to have.
I didn't imagine such a view. You really got us up close and personal.
They really don't have twist joysticks in aviation, and they really should. Because that's what I'm in the simulator. You do get the option to use twist, and I'm using twist right now. For our rudder. All right, now we need to announce we're heading back.
Hawthorne Tower, Kin Sierra Foxtrot Kilo 8714 is 4 miles southwest, 600 with Mike to land.
Kin Sierra Foxtrot Kilo 8714, Hawthorne Tower. Altimeter 299er2, make right base helipad 1. Kin Sierra Foxtrot Kilo 8714, wind 077 at 4, clear to land helipad 1.
Clear to land helipad 1, Kin Sierra Foxtrot Kilo 8714.
All right. Accelerating again to 117 knots. These are such a joy to fly. I absolutely love them. All right, decelerating to 96 knots. Decelerating to hover, and then we'll set our approach speed. All right, we're now in hover hold, and now I'll just put in as much speed as I want for approach. I think it was like, yeah, there's 9 knots. We get like 21 knots or so. 18. There's 21. Blackjack. All right. See what I mean about approach? I mean, no stress, no worry, no death dice. Sure, shit can always go wrong. I mean, it's an imperfect world. Shit can always go wrong. Right? But if everything is in working order, you know, your odds of cracking up getting jerked around by a crosswind, anything bad happening, the odds are just so reduced now to almost nothing. Slow down a little bit more now. There's 16 knots. Start coming down. Can even jog over a little bit. No more coming in like a bat out of hell. Speaking of bat out of hell, there are people, and I don't know the name of the company or companies, that are currently working on the jet version. So basically a jet vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. Oh my gosh, can you believe how much fun that is going to be? I can imagine Honda and Toyota, especially Honda, they've got that Honda Jet. The Honda Jet eVTOL, or even if it's not, if it's a hybrid, doesn't have to be electric, but they've got electric jet engines now. Either way, man, these are all for, you know, slow air taxi speeds. I mean, they still can get going. You know, 117 knots isn't shabby. There's 10 knots. There's 8 knots. 4 knots. But our ability to go from, you know, 40 knots to 250 knots in the blink of an eye is going to be so fantastic, and faster. I heard the Honda version that they're working on right now, that they're developing, has F1, you know, the racing. It's going to have F1 engines and components. Honda's not going to be messing around, Jack. What did I do wrong? Oh, I didn't talk to radio. I didn't radio something in. Ah, well. It happens.
Sierra Foxtrot Kilo 8714. Contact ground on 125.1.
Back to the airport, guys. So, Matt, you want to fly again?
125.1 for Kin Sierra Foxtrot Kilo 8714.
The flight was great. What a view over Manhattan Beach. Sign me up.
It was great. You made our day, Captain.
Why, thank you. I aim to please. That's it. Gentle as a feather. Yeah, my radio work leaves a little to be desired here.
Taxi to parking.
we already did.
Kilo 8714. Taxi to general aviation parking.
Okay.
Taxiing to general aviation parking. Kin Sierra Foxtrot Kilo 8714.
I don't need to be up in the air for this. And we're going backwards. Okay. Put her back down, Kinneas. We don't need a taxi flying. I need to adjust the sensitivities. It's just so sensitive. Literally, like I'm using just a fingertip. at the moment. So if you've been wondering where I've been for the last month or so, or longer, the price was right for me to purchase Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and Red Dead Redemption 2. They're both on sale for like $16. Not for both, but... And so
I can see why the clients are happy. You offered them great memories. Definitely something to repeat.
So I've had one of the best gaming months in my entire life. Those two titles are so amazing. Set the parking brake and shut down. That's where I've been. Off playing those games. Living my medieval fantasies and my cowboy fantasies. Okay, I'm gonna take like, I don't know, less than a 5-minute break, and we'll be back. I'm gonna get another cup of coffee, have a quick smoke break, and we'll be back. We'll do a Joby flight, and then we'll come back and we'll do another Archer flight. I want to show you the differences between the Joby and the Archer. So I'll be right back.
Kinneas keeps his collar tight, like he's strangling luck every single night. Logbook thick with 1,000 lies, stamped and signed under borrowed skies. They say he's golden, steady hands, built his name on shaky lands. Every landing clean and neat, but fate keeps tapping at his feet. Oh, he laughs it off like a cheap cliche. That's been circling anyway. Kinneas won't go down, not tonight. Even when the engines cough mid-flight, he's dancing on a razor line between we're fine and we're out of time. Yeah, he shrugs it off when he hits the ground, but something keeps trying to take him down.
The death dice, I tell ya.
Hydraulics fail at 32. Cabin's calm, but he knows the truth. Co-pilot's pale, the checklist shakes, while Kinneas smirks at the breaks it makes. Seen this once or twice before,
he's not quite sure anymore.
Flips the switch with a gambler's grace, like he's cheating time in a losing race. So the tower calls, but he cuts them short. He's got his own kind of last resort. Won't go down, not today. Even when the sky turns shades of gray, he's stitching seconds into air, like he's got a deal with nowhere. Yeah, he walks away when the tires scream, but you can't outrun every bad dream. Coffee cold and his hands still shake from another call he just escaped. They pat his back like he's bulletproof, but he's running thin on borrowed truth. Every nice save cuts him deep, 'cause luck like that don't come cheap. Mayday, no, stand by, I've got it. Won't go down, not yet. Even with a sky that won't forget all the times he bent the rules of fate, running late at heaven's gate. Yeah, the wheels touch down, the crowd's unbound, but someday luck won't be around. straightens up, plays it cool. Just another flight, just another fool.
All right. And we are back. All right, so this is the Joby S4. Basically, flies almost exactly like the Archer. Almost. You do not have to use the buttons on your controller to accelerate and decelerate. The Joby handles everything by itself. Okay? It knows more about what it wants to do than you do. The only difference really is it does... Something's messing with my mouse. It doesn't have an autopilot. Now, in the real world, it probably will. But for this version that we're using from Flight FX, this does not come with an autopilot. I should have washed this thing before we flew. I should have also checked the battery. Man, it got dirty from just that one little mission earlier. Pollution, my friends. Where's the chalk? There we go. Ain't she a beauty? She's beautiful too. I love it. Beautiful, beautiful.
Carla, I'm ready.
Well noted.
All right.
Hey, Captain. Feels like the right time for a scenic adventure?
That's it. No
For today's scenic flight,
long
you're guiding
checklists.
John and his sister over our charming local town of Clark. Just a gentle reminder about always keeping seatbelts fastened at all times. It's a matter of safety. Let's go, Captain. Thumbs up.
So that's aligning us with satellites at the moment. And over here, I think you'll like this. It's more like a Tesla interior. Very different from the Archer. As you move your controllers around, I don't want to do too much movement. Let me use my right hand. I don't want to use the left. We'll get moving or something. Well, there you can see. You get feedback on your acceleration. Here's your battery, doors.
Kilo Lima Delta Juliet traffic. Kinneas Foxtrot Kilo Tree 711 is taxiing to runway 27. Kilo Lima Delta Juliet.
Just a heads up, I'm not used to flying, especially on a chopper, so I hope you'll fly as smooth as possible. I'm John, by the way.
Hello, John, by the way.
Nice to meet you. I'm Taylor. I'm hanging out with John for this flight. Lucky me.
Yep. Okay, first thing, it's not a helicopter. This thing makes helicopters cry. Okay? So, yeah, you might think it acts like a helicopter when it takes up. But it's not. All right? You can't let go of the controls in a helicopter. You will die. Got that? John? Taylor? Got it? Okay. All right. So what I mean by that, John and Taylor, is if I just lift us up off the tarmac just a few feet by pulling back on this. Let's put this into fly mode. Now, by just gently pulling back a little bit, John. See, we're up off the ground. Oops. I got us in reverse, pardon. And now I'm taking my hands off the controls, John and Taylor. All right, if this were a helicopter, we'd be dead like 2 seconds ago. All right, it's not a helicopter. It's an eVTOL. Okay. Just using fingertip pressure to just slide us to the left a little bit, and just a little bit of forward pressure on the left stick to get us going. Now we could taxi and roll, but might as well show an air taxi. So they don't usually want you taxiing any faster than you can walk. So about right now, I'm gonna... They might give me a warning. They might not. But if you do speed on a taxi, they will ding you for it. They're being pretty cool at this speed. I'm upset that they won't let us use these currently for our VIP companies. I mean, what VIP doesn't want to be flown around in one of these? I'll put in a request. And I know as things change and time moves on and these things get their final certifications and become operational in the real world, things will change in Microsoft Flight Simulator. We'll be able to create air taxi services. And use them for VIP and other things. Hover's making one that's specifically designed for first responders. They're a Canadian eVTOL company. So I'm not just invested in Archer and Joby. I'm invested in Hover and Beta and EHang. I don't have any Honda yet, and there's a new one coming out. I saw an ad for today, but I can't think of their name right at the moment. Everybody's wanting to jump into the eVTOL market, and it's not surprising. They're just so badass. You know, most of us are video game generation, and if you're video game generation, you're not going to have any problems at all learning how to fly these things.
Kilo Lima Delta Juliet traffic, Kin Sierra Foxtrot Kilo Tree 711. Taking off runway 27. Departure to the west. Kilo Lima Delta Juliet.
A bit nervous. nervous, but I'll be fine. Can't wait to see the view from up here.
Yeah, don't be nervous. All right. So again, in the Archer, you have to press forward and backwards on to accelerate and decelerate and make the nacelles change. Joby handles all that for you. Yeah, you're okay, John. There's 132 knots already. 127. We're going to want about 600 feet. Let's hold that. Try to hold that right there. A little high. Go. And let me start slowing down. 123. So again, when I pull back and I hit the speed that I want and let go, it locks in that speed. So there's 75, 76, somewhere in there. Yeah.
The call of adventure? I'm talking whip and hat. I'm sure you've got this famous music playing in your head.
I've always wanted to fly over the Dr. William Robinson plantation, and now I can check it off the list.
Cool. All right, let me slow down. We want to set a speed of 70 knots or close to. And fly their pattern. He mentioned music, and I mentioned VIP flying earlier. I've got a great song for you that we'll do while we're doing this pattern. It's called First Class Alibi. This was written, it was created by an AI called Suno. And all Hazardous did is plug in a couple things like, I need a duet and I need this. Or I need a song about flying VIPs around, and it's brilliant. So here's First Class Alibi.
Seen anything like that. jolt.
Look, the world's at our feet.
Yeah. Brilliant. I love it. I love it. I love it. So heading towards our third spot for this flight C. Now, in the real world, I wouldn't be doing these quick accelerations between points. I'd want them to enjoy the hell out of this.
And
So,
finally, the West Marine.
yeah, so there really is no point. I mean, you don't have to, but flying fast. If this were the real world, I wouldn't be flying fast. I'm like, just enjoy the hell out of this. Check this out. We can slow fly at 50 knots. Let me slow it down even more. And I should have kept it at 600. That's okay. Yeah.
It's amazing how clear everything looks from up there. I feel like I can see forever.
What a touristic visit. Get ready. Here come some crazy photos.
wait. I love that one. So I was flying with Microsoft Copilot as my actual co-pilot and talking to it, and I was having a great time one night. And I said, you know, Copilot, this would be a good time to have one of those Disney buddy songs. We need a Disney buddy song. So Hazardous was messing around. My buddy Hazardous was messing around, creating all these tunes with the Suno AI, and I asked it to create a buddy song for this, and he probably tried 12. It knocked out about 12 different variations, and none of them were really that good. The AI was really struggling to figure out exactly like what's a show tune. It wasn't really even doing duets good, like that one that we just heard. Amazing duets. But either way, just one afternoon, while he was messing around again, that's what it popped out. It changed it from two dudes buddy song into a male-female pilot buddy song. But man, it's perfect. Okay, let's get some speed. It doesn't want to. Come on. Come on, Joby.
Kilo Lima Delta Juliet traffic. Kin Sierra Foxtrot Kilo Tree 711.
It's like it doesn't want to go beyond 12 knots at the moment. It's weird. That's fine though. 11 knots. And I wonder why. Come on. Come on. It does not want to go faster than 11 knots at the moment. 12 knots. There it goes. It just decided, oh, okay, I'll speed up now.
Sierra Foxtrot Kilo Tree 711 is on final, runway 27, to land, Kilo Lima Delta Juliet. Kilo Lima Delta Juliet traffic. Kin Sierra Foxtrot Kilo Tree 711 is taxiing to parking. Kilo Lima Delta Juliet.
Welcome back. Are you okay, John? Ready to fly again?
Fantastic. Would totally recommend it.
Loved every minute of it from start to finish. Thanks, Captain.
You betcha. The nice thing about this, some jerk like that decides to enter your taxi route. You just hop right over his ass.
Was a great session. You really nailed it with the clients. Keep it up.
Put it in load mode. Turn off the battery. That's it. Aren't they amazing? Amazing, amazing, amazing. Yeah, I didn't do that one perfectly. Didn't get a superior rating, but yeah, I was showing you different things. So we'll work on perfection later. Not bad for a little bit of flying. It's good money. I'm level 225. That means I can cast like 1,000 magic missiles per round now. The perks, you know? Okay, we're going to do one more Archer job and then call it a night. That'll be a redo of episode 399 tonight. I've got a bunch of other songs. I'm going to grab another cup of coffee and have a few puffs. And then we'll be on our way. Oh, this is a one Hazardous came up with and gave me today to listen to. And is this the mob one? I think it is. He said something about this song is about flying around mobsters. And he's doing his career mode too, and he's doing VIP flying. Is this it? No, this is not it. Bump, 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 bump. I know it's in my download folder. One moment. Good stuff, though. He said, imagine flying the Sopranos around or something like that. Okay. All right. Is it this one too? Well, it's one of these. There's Two Wings in the Shadows and Jet Black Halo. I think it's Jet Black Halo. I'll be right back.
Suitcase full of stones. but I fly 'em through the night. Politicians made men, sinners hiding from the light. They climb aboard my jet like they're stepping into grace, but every soul I carry's got a shadow on its face. I don't judge the stories, I just keep the engines warm, 'cause the sky forgives the wicked when the world can't take their form. I wear a jet black halo when I'm rising off the ground, moving VIPs and secrets where they'll never be found. From the coastlines to the mountains, through the thunder and the cold, I'm the pilot of the quiet, flying fortunes, bought and sold. Got a senator tonight who swears he's clean as winter rain, but his briefcase hums like trouble, trying hard to change its name. Next to him a wise old capo hums a lullaby of sin, says the sky's the only place a guilty man can breathe again. I lock the cabin door and let the engine start to moan. Every mile a confession, every cloud a stepping stone. They trust me 'cause I'm loyal, they trust me 'cause I'm paid, but mostly 'cause I'm quiet and I keep the deals they've made. I wear a jet black halo when I'm rising off the ground, moving VIPs and secrets where they'll never be found. From the coastlines to the mountains, through the thunder and the cold, I'm the pilot of the quiet, flying fortunes, bought and sold. Oh, the sky don't lie. Oh, it just lets you fly. Leave your sins below. Let the dark winds blow. One night a frightened rookie sits there trembling in the blue, says he crossed the wrong man's brother and he doesn't know what to do. I tell him, kid, the sky's a mirror, shows you who you really are. Then I bank us through the lightning like I'm driving God's own car. We land in some forgotten strip where the desert meets the sea. He steps out with a new name and a chance to finally breathe. I watch him fade to nothing as the sunrise paints the sand. Then I throttle up the engines, got more ghosts to move again. I wear a jet black halo when I'm rising off the ground, moving VIPs and secrets where they'll never be found. From the coastlines to the mountains, through the thunder and the cold, I'm the pilot of the quiet, flying fortunes, bought and sold. Up here, nobody's clean. Up here, everybody flies.
All right. Third flight of the evening. Flight seeing in the Archer Midnight. Yeah. So I hope I have demonstrated the ease of flying one of these things and the safety factor. Forgotten how to make myself crouch. It's been a while. What a thing to forget how to do. Our pitot tube cover, and we're good. Flip the switch to fly. let this thing align with the satellites. Turn on our secondary. And set LHI assist to off. That's the way I like it. This is a pitot heat option and our power lift switch. See, not much to it. Speed increase, speed decrease. You can do a left slew, right slew. There's a toga mode down here for takeoff. There's your acceleration, deceleration button. And I think if you push it, it goes into just straight hover. There's our autopilot. Flight level change, vertical nav, vertical speed, altitude, vertical speed up and down, level wings, flight director, autopilot, approach mode, nav mode, and heading mode. Heading button, heading knob. A very, very nice Garmin. I think, I don't know what model this is, but these digital touchscreen Garmins are fantastic. The PFD, the MFD, flight plan, direct to map settings, weather, everything you would want. Our radios. Beautiful. No, I turned it on too soon. All right. Turn it back up, and I'll leave that on. Come back over here to the switch. Switch it back to ground mode. And now we can request boarding.
Semi-client.
Okay, on their way.
I wish it would actually follow what we put in the FB. I said I want 4 passengers and I want a 1,000-pound payload. I want to see how much battery will burn through. Turn that back to fly.
Hi there.
Hello.
Great day for flying, isn't it?
Truly.
For today's scenic flight, you're guiding Sarah, by her own, over our charming local town of Torrance. If the seatbelts are fastened, you're set. Captain, let's make this flight one to remember for everyone.
What's going on? It doesn't want to announce the taxi. Or maybe it wasn't finished aligning. Come on. Don't be buggy on me. But it is.
Hawthorne Airport information, Mike. 0
No, we don't want ATIS.
Windcom. Visibility 2. Sky condition clear. Temperature 15. Dew point 1 tree. Altimeter 29902. Visual runway 25 in use. Landing and departing runway 25. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise control.
Yeah. That's weird. It doesn't want to give us the clearance. Alright, we'll just skip it then. Go right to takeoff. Alt-N. It's not always perfect. It restarted the aircraft. But satellite's already aligned. Looks like we're getting some glitching. See, everything's starting to lag a little bit. Little cars are running a little bit slow out there. I know what I can check. Sometimes this thing defaults to DLSS settings, and it just causes problems. No, we're in TAA. What's going on, computer? Why are you acting buggy? Nothing I see here. It's just decided it's going to take a shit. Yeah, it's acting really buggy. Look at that. Our frame rate has dropped to nothing. Gremlins, I tell you. Gremlins. Let's restart. What's going on? See if that fixes it. So I knew it bugged out when the radio stopped working. Something was wrong. Oh, it doesn't. It won't let me advance without pulling the pitot tube and chocks. That's funny. Okay. No problem. Try that again.
Okay, on their way.
Try this again, Sarah. Hope you're all having a fantastic night tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe while you're here. Goes a long way. Really appreciate it.
Hi there. Great day for flying, isn't it?
Special shout out to Goat
For today's
Gains.
scenic flight, you're guiding Sarah by her own over our charming local town of Torrance. If the seatbelts are fastened, you're set. Captain, let's make this flight one to remember for everyone.
I agree. Shout out to Goat Gains tonight, and special shout out to Dylan is Dylan and Liam, who I haven't seen in a while. And I hope you're doing well. The Hustle Brothers. There goes the radio again. Come on, work, dang you. What's going on? The radio communication isn't working again. Weird. Huh. Well, you know, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Okay, so up here you have your electronic flight bag, right? We're only going to be cruising at 650 feet, 600 feet. But what we can do is try to find the frequency of this airport. That's weird. It blew out everything. Blew out our departure airport. No wonder it doesn't know where we're at. But now it's not letting me add the, or get the frequency, or add one. How strange. Because normally then I could find the frequency and just dial it in manually and we'll be on our way. And last time I tried to do an Alt-N here and just skipped the takeoff, and it just kept us where we were and rebooted the aircraft. See what it does this time. It rebooted the aircraft, but it did advance us to just take off from the helipad. Okay. The helipad is to our... Well, we're on it. So, no need to go anywhere. I just up and away.
Not sure if I'm actually ready, but no choice now, huh?
Nope.
Hey, can't believe we're flying.
Pretty amazing. $320 feet. I haven't figured out what the point of these coordinates on the strap there. I've looked it up and they don't, that location in the world doesn't seem to have anything to do with Archer.
I was worried the world
I
would
don't
be
know,
spinning, but I feel
or
on
the
top of
creator of this version for Microsoft Flight Simulator. There's nothing at these coordinates to indicate a connection to this aircraft or the makers, other than like a nearby coffee shop, which I don't know, maybe that they frequented or something. I don't know. All right. Huh.
The size of the landmarks is so different than from the air. They feel close enough to touch.
So another monkey that they've thrown into the wrench or whatever is that now it's not easing us with the flight plan in the air, which is fine. Fine. We can use the autopilot to take us to our first destination. So let me begin a transition and get us going, and then I'll turn on the autopilot and see if it gets us to the right spot. For 8 knots. Autopilot nav mode.
The way you communicate on the radio while flying must be challenging, for me at least.
See what it does. That's too bad it's decided to act buggy right now. There's 96 knots. Autopilot on. Now, that's set to localizer mode. Let's go back. Change the OBS to FMS. And now it doesn't want to grab the flight plan. Wow.
I'm feeling better now. I'm almost enjoying the ride.
Are ya? Good. I don't know that it's going to allow us to complete this mission at all. Because if it's not giving us our flight plan, then I don't know that it knows once we get there to throw us into... Well, let's try it again. Alt-N to skip to sightseeing. See if it engages. How embarrassing for them. For Microsoft. Alright, so it's given us our sightseeing destination. Just need to get back up to speed. There's 60 knots.
It's like seeing the world for the first time. It's amazing how clear everything looks from up there. I feel like I can see forever.
So it blew out our flight plan again. That's the entrance, so it's got to be, well, it's got to be that then. All right.
Looks like you've got the best office view in the world, Captain, and I'd love to be in your shoes for some time.
And we're at our second location.
Fantastic! Exactly what I expected. Bring on the awesome pics of this sightseeing tour. Last but not least, thanks for showing me that.
All right. Now we are headed to that point. Out for the radio tower. Accelerating to 96 knots.
I never imagined seeing something like this from the ground.
Decelerating.
I've never seen anything like that.
Oh no, did we crash? The simulator, I think, just crashed. It's a froze. It froze. It's gonna crash. Yeah, it crashed. Well. At least it didn't crash earlier for the earlier demonstration and everything. So, shit happens, right? Anyway, the simulator got the better of us tonight. All right, tomorrow evening, I won't be live streaming. I'm going to be doing a group flight with Laserbolt Vids, the Laserbolt Vids group. They've been flying for 14 years, and I've now joined their group and do my Friday night flights with them. I'll ask him about me live streaming it, but, that's his thing. That's their thing. So I just like having a night off and flying with some people and not worrying about anything. So I'm going to be doing that tomorrow night. But this weekend, I plan to be doing more of this and a lot more of this. And then next week, more of this. And we'll see how much all the passive pilots can make on their own while we're doing these missions. I'm so happy that we now have the eVTOLs available for us. So good stuff. No, not you. All right, folks. Well, I will see you soon. Thank you for tuning in tonight for whatever this was. 399 Part B, redo of episode 399. See you soon.
Kinneas keeps his collar tight, like he's strangling luck every single night. Logbook thick with 1,000 lies, stamped and signed under borrowed skies. They say he's golden, steady hands, built his name on shaky lands. Every landing clean and neat, but fate keeps tapping at his feet. Oh, he laughs it off like a cheap cliche, but death's been circling anyway. Kinneas won't go down, not tonight. Even when heavens cough mid-flight. He's dancing on a razor line between we're fine and we're out of time. Yeah, he shrugs it off when he hits the ground, but something keeps trying to take him down. Hydraulics fail at 32. Cabins
calm, but he knows the truth. Pilots pale, the checklist shakes while Kinneas smirks the break that makes.
Seen this once or twice before.
He's not quite sure anymore.
Flips the switch with a gambler's grace, like he's cheating time in a losing race. So the
devil comes, but he cuts him short.
got his own kind of last resort.
That's right. Kinneas won't go down, not today. Even when the sky turns shades of gray.
He's gotta deal with nowhere. Yeah, he walks away when the tires scream, but you can't outrun every bad dream. Coffee cold and his hands still shake from another call he just escaped. They pat his back like he's bulletproof, but he's running thin on borrowed truth. Every nice save cuts him deep, 'cause luck like that don't come cheap. Mayday, no, stand by. I've got it. Won't go down, not yet. Even with a sky that won't forget all the times he bent the rules of fate, running late at heaven's gate. Yeah, the wheels touch down, the crowd's unbound, but someday luck won't be around. So he straightens up, plays it cool, just another flight.
Just another fool. You know it. That's right. You know it. Tonight's show not brought to you by